Why do we gain weight? There are several reasons: overeating, lack of physical activity, stress and sleep deprivation, as well as hormonal imbalances, genetics, age, and certain medications. Main causes: energy imbalance. Consuming excessive calories and insufficient physical activity is the main reason for weight gain. Nutrition. A diet rich in processed foods, sugar, fast food, and irregular eating habits, skipping meals, late dinners, leads to overeating. Lifestyle. A sedentary lifestyle, lack of sleep, which disrupts hormones that regulate appetite, and chronic stress. Weight gain is also influenced by hormonal disorders, age, as we get older, metabolism and muscle mass decrease, which contributes to weight gain, and genetics, a hereditary predisposition to gaining weight. To address the problem, you need to adjust your diet and maintain regular eating and sleep schedules. Simply reduce the amount of food consumed. Move more. Start exercising, walk more, try light jogging, fitness, dancing, swimming, etc. Normalize your sleep schedule and reduce stress levels. Consult a doctor to check your hormonal balance. To a large extent, our health depends on ourselves.
As we age, we tend to gain weight due to a slowdown in metabolism, loss of muscle mass, and hormonal changes, a decrease in testosterone and estrogen. A less active lifestyle and chronic stress also contribute, causing the body to burn fewer calories and store fat more easily, especially in the abdominal area. These natural processes are further aggravated by poor nutrition, lack of sleep, and other lifestyle factors, but they can be slowed down. Main reasons for age-related weight gain. Hormonal changes. After the age of 30-35, levels of hormones such as testosterone in men and estrogen in women decrease, which promotes an increase in fat mass and a reduction in muscle mass. Slower metabolism. The body begins to use less energy at rest, and lipid metabolism in fat tissue slows down. Loss of muscle mass, sarcopenia. Muscle tissue decreases with age, and since muscles burn more calories than fat, their loss reduces overall energy expenditure. Decreased physical activity. With age, many people become less active, which worsens the problem because even fewer calories are burned. Chronic stress. Elevated stress levels affect hormones that regulate appetite and can lead to emotional overeating. Sleep disturbances. Lack of sleep affects the hormones ghrelin and leptin, which regulate hunger and satiety, increasing appetite. How to slow down weight gain. Physical activity. Strength training helps build or maintain muscle mass, while cardio helps burn calories. Balanced nutrition. Reduce calorie intake, especially in the evening, and prioritize whole foods. Quality sleep. Aim to get enough sleep and go to bed at the same time each day to normalize hormone levels. Stress management. Find healthy ways to cope with stress instead of eating it away.
What is weight gain? Many factors can influence body weight, including genes, age, sex, lifestyle, family habits, culture, sleep, and even the place where a person lives and works. Why does weight gain occur? After reaching a certain age, usually after 40, weight gain becomes very common due to a slowdown in metabolism. However, this is certainly not the only possible reason. Weight gain can be a symptom of a number of disorders affecting various body systems, including the endocrine, cardiovascular, urinary, neurological, and respiratory systems. In particular, sudden and rapid weight gain may be a sign of a dangerous level of fluid retention in the body caused by heart or kidney disease. In addition to various illnesses, some medications can also cause weight gain. Examples include certain antidepressants, corticosteroids, tranquilizers, and phenothiazines. What does weight gain depend on? Sometimes obesity and weight gain are the result of hereditary, physiological, and environmental factors, combined with diet, physical activity, and exercise choices. In some cases, there may be a connection between weight gain and insulin resistance or excessive insulin secretion. Since in most cases weight gain is a symptom of consuming more calories than the body needs, it is important to develop the habit of paying attention to proper nutrition, learning to control portion sizes, and creating a consistent but varied exercise routine. The main cause of excess body weight is an imbalance between energy intake and energy expenditure. Energy enters the body through food and is spent on various life processes. Diet-related obesity develops due to improper and irrational nutrition, a high-calorie diet, large amounts of sweets and fatty foods, increased portion sizes, and disruption of the daily eating schedule. At the same time, regular physical activity is lacking, and a person leads a sedentary lifestyle. As a result, the body does not manage to fully use the energy received, and it is converted into fat stores. Weight gain worsens quality of life and overall health. In addition, combating this condition requires significant economic costs. Excess weight reduces life expectancy by 3 to 5 years with mild excess weight and up to 15 years with severe obesity. At the same time, the incidence is higher among women. This is due to constitutional characteristics. Women have more body fat than men, and an unstable hormonal background, pregnancy, childbirth, menopause. The localization and distribution of fat are important factors determining health risk. Fat accumulation predominantly in the abdominal area, the apple type, is associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases. Sometimes a person leads a healthy lifestyle, yet their weight still increases. The reason may be various pathologies that disrupt hormonal balance or the function of a particular organ or system in the body. In such cases, it is important to pay timely attention to excess weight as one of the symptoms and consult a doctor. To determine how quickly weight gain is occurring and whether there is cause for concern, the body mass index, BMI, is calculated. A BMI of 18.5 to 24.9 is considered normal, 25 to 29.9 indicates overweight, and a BMI of 30 or higher is classified as obesity. As a rule, a weight gain of 5% or more of body weight within 1 month is considered significant. Some of the most common problems observed in people with excess weight, such as high blood pressure and high levels of cholesterol and other fats in the blood, tend to occur together. They can lead to associated health problems, including cardiovascular disease. High blood pressure occurs approximately 6 times more often in people with obesity. Even a small amount of excess weight can increase the risk of heart disease, regardless of these well-known risk factors. French and Swiss scientists have found that weight gain with age occurs due to a slowdown in lipid metabolism. Over a 13-year period, 54 people participated in studies in which scientists monitored fat metabolism. During this time, all participants showed a decrease in the rate of lipid metabolism, resulting in an average weight increase of about 20%. Experts explain that a slowdown in fat metabolism in the body causes weight gain even if food intake and physical activity remain unchanged. However, specialists found that lipid metabolism can be accelerated by increasing physical activity. Excess weight gain is a fairly common complaint among older adults, but what causes it? Changes in diet, illness, or something else? In fact, there are certain biological changes that occur in the human body with age. First, muscle aging contributes to an increase in the amount of fat that accumulates in the body. This largely happens because we lose muscle cells as we age. When younger muscle cells are damaged, they recover quickly. This is not typical of older muscles. We do not know exactly why muscles decrease in size with age, but there are several theories. One of the most interesting and plausible ideas is that stem cells in muscles are unable to respond to damage or aging in the same way they did at a younger age. If damaged muscle cells are not repaired, they die. A decrease in growth hormone, testosterone, and estrogen levels may also contribute to the loss of muscle fibers and the reduced ability of tissues to regenerate. The second important reason may be a decrease in physical activity. In youth, people walk a lot, play sports, and are generally more active. But middle-aged and especially older people spend much of their time at home, not all of course, but most, often in front of the television. Due to reduced physical activity that is not accompanied by changes in diet, people begin to gain excess weight. However, studies have shown that physical exercise, even among people aged 80, helps to combat excess weight. Exercise actually helps muscle cells increase in size and makes muscles stronger. The good news is that even modest weight loss can improve or prevent health problems associated with obesity. If a few extra kilograms begin to affect mental health or lifestyle, it may be time to consult a dietitian or doctor, especially if this is accompanied by pain in the hip and knee joints, reduced daily activity, and limited mobility due to pain. The first step to stopping weight gain is to try to follow a healthy diet rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, low-fat dairy products, and lean proteins. It is recommended to limit portion sizes to control calorie intake, maintain physical activity, ensure proper hydration, drink water, and avoid beverages with added sugar.